Elon Musk certainly making waves this election season, but his mom, Maye Musk, also making headlines after revealing what caused her to ditch the Democrats. Watch this.
When I became a US citizen, of course I was Democratic because they're the good, kind people who care about America. And then I would watch CNN and MSNBC and read the New York Times, and oh wow, the Republicans are terrible. But then they'd also say Elon is terrible, and I'm thinking, why are they lying about Elon? When I resigned from the Democrats, I just felt such a relief that I'm not part of the party that's now malicious and dishonest.
Usually, Greg, you have, when you get older, as you would know, people become more conservative. You don't usually...
That's what this is.
Yes, that's what this is.
No, I think you've got it backwards.
I have it backwards.
I think
Reverse. Do you? Reverse.
No. Musk's mom didn't ditch the Democrats any more than Elon Musk ditched the Democrats. The Democrats ditched them.
That's what I said.
The same way they ditched Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, Bill Ackman, all these other prominent independent Democrats. If you just stand still and the vessel you're in is sliding left and further left, it's a lie to say, no, it's you who moved. That's what makes a lot of these people so deeply angry and offended. How can you be in a party that pushes drugs and surgery on children who are incapable of understanding how long life really is? How can you be in a party that puts the rights of criminals before victims? This is not, Democrat or liberal. It's insanity. In the old days, you could be a Democrat because we never politicized crime. We all knew what law and order was. We didn't politicize biology. We knew what a girl and a boy was. We didn't politicize the border. We knew what a secure one is. We could all agree on these things. But even as when Vance was on Rogan, he pointed out how now even censorship is a virtue among the left, disguising it as the fight against disinformation. This is something that old school liberals it turns their stomach. Think about the trans surgery for kids thing for a moment, okay? It's finally turning the tide. It's getting exposed. It's being banned in a lot of states. But I'd been talking about this for, 4 years? I was called transphobic. I was accused of hate speech, disinformation, and that was all in an effort to shut down conversation. And who was doing that? The left.
That's right.
And if they had succeeded, there'd be a lot of butchered kids. You're welcome, kids.
You're welcome. Judge Janine?
Stand up for the kids, Greg.
Yes, I am standing.
Maye Musk, and by the way, she's stunning. I mean, I started walking through the green room. I mean, you just want to talk to her. But she had the benefit of what most Americans don't have the benefit of. She knew that once CNN and MSNBC started lying about her son, she knew that's a straight out lie. A lot of Americans, don't see it as objectively. They're like, the Democrats are so good. They're the party. They care about everybody. And I know when I used to swear in newly elected, newly naturalized citizens, it was always the Democrats who were bringing them in. The Democrats were lining them up and getting them to sign up in a political party. And so, it's going to take a lot for people to kind of get away from that. The Democrats really don't care about you. They only care about, illegals getting into this country, affecting your budget, your city, your education, and they don't really care about law and order. They want criminals out there, and they're not going to do anything to keep them in. And they're going to keep electing progressive DAs. But when you talk about J.D. Vance on Joe Rogan, one of the things that Tim Walz said that J.D. Vance was talking about, he said, Tim Walz is so uninformed. He actually said there's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech. Tim Walz, you're stupid. You don't know the Constitution. You don't know what the law is in this country. It is protected speech under the First Amendment.
Don't be so hard on that gay guy. Let's see what happens.
He's happy, Greg.
Yes.
He's that.
Let's see how the media reacts to that versus Walt saying that about Musk.
Exactly. And you know the difference between Maye Musk and Ann Waters? When the media lies about me, my mom believes the media.
No, But you know what the judge is talking about? It's called the Gelman effect. It's when you trust the media most of the time until you get to a story that you know about, like your son.
And then it opens your eyes.
And you go, holy crap!
You know, but I think what
The
she's
Gelman
talking
effect.
about is something we're going to be watching really closely on election night, which is whether or not there is a true realignment happening in the country, and whether or not the diverse party is becoming the Republican Party with lots of Hispanic and Black voters, and whether or not the Democrat Party has become the party that is in favor of war. And you know, you can look at it any way you want. But the other thing about censorship, when I heard Kamala Harris, the vice president, say that comment that Trump made should be disqualifying. I was like, wait, is that how that works? You get disqualified from running for something that you said in a free speech country? I think all these calls for that should absolutely disqualify. They said on The View, I understand it. But when the vice president said it, I was a little surprised.
Why are so many prominent Democrats now abandoning their party? Of course, there's RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, and now Maye Musk, mother of the richest man in the world. She joins me now. Maye Musk is also a doctor of dietetics and author of the book, A Woman Makes a Plan. Maye, it's great to have you on the show. I was sitting right behind you at Madison Square Garden on Sunday night. Well, kind of one row behind you. And I kind of waved at you, but that was a pretty, oh, there I am in the picture. That was a pretty amazing moment.
Everybody was waving. Everybody was happy. It was just the most exciting time in Madison Square Gardens. And everyone was happy. So people were all waving. But you know what made me mad was that then the far left media was saying it was a Nazi rally. And I said, well, the last time I went there with an exciting crowd was for Barbara Streisand and Billy Joel. They had a lot of Nazi rallies.
That's pretty good. Maye, was there a specific moment moving to politics that made you say, I'm done with the Democrat Party?
Yes, it would be when Elon bought Twitter. And then the Twitter files came out, and it was full of government agencies paying Twitter millions of dollars to remove Republicans from Twitter. And I said, but that is the most dishonest thing to do, especially as Republicans and Democrats pay the salaries of the government agencies. So how can you remove half your people when their taxes are covering your fees? That you're spending a lot of money and not letting anybody know. And there was so much corruption in the Twitter files that I was horrified. And I said, I cannot be part of the Democratic Party because you cannot trust anything.
Now, Maye, this is what some prominent Democrats, like the current VP nominee, thinks of your son and his involvement. Watch.
Elon says the only way to make this economy work is to crash it, to take it down. And he warned you, though, Americans, this was Elon in his own words, Americans are going to have to be prepared for some hardship. So I would ask all of you, what in the hell does a billionaire know about hardship?
What does he know about hardship, Maye?
Well, you know, we were living in a rent-controlled apartment. Or rather, let me start with, I was born in a middle-income, Midwestern Canada city. You know, I just had to bring that in.
I get it now, Maye. It took me a little while on a Friday night.
Yeah. So then, he isn't a pleasant man. He's not very bright, and he's quite silly. And Elon is going to save America with Trump and all the magnificent people on Trump's team, and you know, really do good things like he did for Tesla, for SpaceX, for Twitter, which is now X. He can make a change that will be better for America.
Well, Maye, we're just a few days away now from the election, and I spoke a little earlier about the lies that Kamala's campaign is telling, especially down the home stretch here. So what is your message to female voters who are being really patronized about the one issue and fear-mongering about the big lie about what was said about Liz Cheney?
Well, you know, women are intelligent, and I thought I was too. I have to say, I was brainwashed. So many women are brainwashed still. I'm hoping that we can post a little bit of my segment where I can say, don't be brainwashed, and think for yourself, and think for a better future.
What made Elon, May? Like, well, what was it about him who decided to ditch Stanford University and said, no, I'm just going to start my own thing, and say, well, I don't need employees with degrees. You don't even have to go to high school. You have to have curiosity, a work ethic, and some innate skill, and really want to succeed. How did he arrive at that place?
Well, I always told people my son is a genius, and they'd roll their eyes because everyone thinks their child is a genius. But he was shy. So when he wanted to do maps on the internet, it sounded like great, because at that stage we were doing these huge books of maps and to find your way, you know. And he said he'd do it on the internet. And I thought, what a great idea. He has ideas of what is best for the future more than anyone can imagine. I mean, when he said, I'm going to send satellites into space so that people will survive when they are stuck in a forest or on a hilltop or in the ocean. And I said, oh, okay,
that's nice.
It sounds like a good idea. And now it's more than that.
May, great to see you. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.